Thanks, Arvin, and welcome to this. I am so impressed with the first annual Salt Spring Island Garlic Festival. Let's give it up to all the volunteers who organized this. It's brilliant. I was doing CBC The House yesterday in Toronto, yes, in fact, in Toronto. And Chris Hall said to me as we went off air, so are you going to be doing nothing tomorrow and resting? I said, are you kidding? It's the Salt Spring Island first annual Garlic Festival. And he said, maybe after that you don't want to talk to any of your voters for a while. So I said, we're all going to enjoy our garlic. No, I'm really thrilled, as always, to be back on Salt Spring Island. I have to start by acknowledging we're on the traditional territory of Coast Salish people and say again how grateful we are for the relationship that we enjoy and the work we do together. Hi, Shka. And I was asked to give some nonpartisan words about the election. I suppose you know there's an election. And the nonpartisan words are from the bottom of my heart. The only way we're going to get voter turnout to go up in this country, especially in the face of the so-called Fair Elections Act, which is going to make it harder for everyone to vote, particularly young people, particularly First Nations, particularly older people, if you happen to have given up your driver's license and haven't given it a thought that perhaps when you go to vote, it's going to be very hard to prove your identity. You can know every single person in your polling station, but if you leave it to the last minute and you don't have the right ID when you go to vote, you could have difficulties. So this is a personal request for everybody here, regardless of where you live, and spread the message to everyone you know across Canada. We know for sure that in our circle of friends and acquaintances, there's somebody who didn't vote in 2011 because 40% of Canadians didn't vote. Now, in Saanich Gulf Islands, it's a much smaller number because on Saanich Gulf Islands, where the election, where I was elected, had the highest voter turnout of anywhere in Canada except Prince Edward Island, we had wasn't that great? 75% voter turnout for Saanich Gulf Islands. But that still means 1 in 4 didn't vote. And if you find someone, make it a personal commitment of a buddy system. Find someone who didn't vote in the last election and don't even bother asking them how they plan to vote. This isn't about partisanship. This is about democracy. We need to bring up voter turnout absolutely despite the efforts that will be made to drive down voter turnout. Every single attack ad is an attempt to drive down voter turnout by making voters feel slightly ill or very ill, depending on how you personally react to attack ads. I have a sort of allergic reaction. I don't feel well for a long time after seeing them. And I will especially feel unwell about it, knowing that this year, with the longer writ period and the changes also made in the Unfair Elections Act, Canadian taxpayers will pay for half of all the awful attack ads we see. So turn up voter turnout, get more Canadians to vote. This is a very simple prescription to cure an ailing democracy. Drive up voter turnout, get people to the polls, and go to the advanced polls, go early. So if your friend, your buddy that you're bringing to the polls has some glitch with their paperwork, don't leave it to the last minute. You want to be able to fix those glitches and really drive up voter turnout. Thanks a million. Have a wonderful time at the Garlic Festival. Let's all eat enough garlic that we can continue to hug and kiss each other, no matter how garlicky we get. Rock on, Salt Spring. Thank you.
Thank you. Hooray, Elizabeth May. Yes, indeed.
Awesome.
Hooray. The Green Party.
I don't see any of the other party leaders showing up.
Oh, they were going to, but they're such a disappointment. They can't even figure out the ferry schedule.